Yeah, so then there's high school, and then I graduated high school. So I guess I'll spend this video talking about the summer between high school and college, because I never talked about that. And I did talk about college, so. Yeah, the summer between high school and college, that was the first summer where I wasn't a bike racer. Because my parents told me not to race, and I guess I had burned out myself. So they told me that I should be a campground host before college started, Fort Lewis. So I went up to Wyoming, and I lived in a tent for like 3 weeks. I was up there, just living in a tent, reading, writing, and like picking up around the campsite. And I went on like this hike. I climbed this big mountain. I hiked 20 miles one day out to the mountain, and then 20 miles back like the next day. And then which is a big deal for me because I have my feet hurt if I hike that far. That was rough. But I had my mountain bike, so I did some mountain biking around there. Yeah. And then I came back, and then I did two 16-day backpacking trips. I was a guide with this other 24-year-old dude who's a recent Prescott College graduate named, can't remember his name, but he was cool. I liked him. We got along. We did two 16-day trips with like crazy, like inner city, like high school kids. And climbed like 3 14ers or something, Wetterhorn, Uncompahgre, and some other one. And then some other smaller mountains, and hiking across ridges and stuff. I got the job because when I was 14, I did that. I did that once, a 2-week, the same exact tour, only as a student, as a kid. And I learned educational kinesiology. So then he hired me on as like the guy who teaches the educational kinesiology. His name was, oh my God, I can't remember his name. He was a really cool guy. But yeah, the educational kinesiology. So I teach them the educational kinesiology, you know, the muscle checking and the cross crawls and the elephant and all these different things that we test, and you do them like based on goals to achieve your goals, and then we do the hike for the whole day. And yeah, there were some issues though. Like on the second one, my brother went on one of them, my little brother Mike, and his friend Lucas, I guess, had fornication with this girl, and then it leaked, and so then we had to like get him in trouble for it, and they had to apologize formally to everybody for doing that. And then there was this autistic kid, and he pooped on the outside of the tent once, and then denied being the one who did it. And he didn't talk the entire time, but then we had an electrical storm. We had to turn around on Mount Wetterhorn and not climb it, and like he got all excited. He's like jumping and running and laughing and like with his hair standing up. It like jazzed him. The electrical storm. He just went nuts. So that was cool to watch. But yeah, and then I went home, visited home for a little bit, and then school started. And I've already talked about school. I mean college. So I think I've tapped into my entire life. Did I just lose my fingernail? I just lost my fingernail. God damn it. Yeah, so that's my life. I had a pretty boring life in high school. I didn't do much. But I hung out with my parents a lot. I hung out with my parents a whole bunch. I was close with my parents. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. So now I'm just living in my van. I should go bike riding. I haven't ridden for like the last 3 days. I'm having motivational problems because I only have a road bike and no mountain bike. Can't wait till I get my mountain bike back. Okay, so that's that.